Hey guys, and welcome to the first episode of Audible Anomaly News. As always, I am Broseph.
I am Kevin.
I'm Davey.
And he has a ton of hats on his head. I don't know why you chose to do
I
that.
really hadn't noticed. Thank you for pointing that out to me.
TF2 style over here.
You know, just Captain Obvious. It's, that's how I do.
I have a hat for that.
It's
This one here.
the usual hat that I'm not wearing because he stole it from me, to be fair.
Right off his head.
Literally. I had to go out and get this one, to be fair. But anyway, we'll start off with the weekly emu, as we always do, the errata missed updates. So for this week, we're actually missing the emu.
Yes.
So just check back next podcast, and we'll have that for you.
Our entire emu for this week is in the next emu because we missed it.
Exactly. So there you go.
That's how emus work.
Exactly. We shall move on then. That's going to be really easy for you to do. Anyway, moving on to the news. Walking Dead 2 releases on December 17th, according to Steam. So excited.
Walking Dead Season 2.
Season 2, yes. Season 2, because they're seasons. It's just like these, like the show.
Yeah.
Except so much better.
I just started playing that game.
Did you really?
Yeah.
How far you were in
I
it?
did the first episode.
Okay.
Haven't not done the second episode yet. But
Okay.
I'm enjoying it a lot.
Oh my god, it is miles beyond the
Fantastic.
show. I mean, I gave up on the show because I started playing the game, to be fair.
Have you read the comics yet? I know
We've
talked about
we've
this.
had this discussion.
And you need to.
No, I have not, because Glenn still dies in the very...
Spoilers.
That's not a spoiler.
Fake spoilers.
You need to. I promise you.
I know.
Even
I
the
know.
game will look mediocre to you in the comics.
Oh, I know. So
Fantastic.
I read like the first 5, and yeah, they're amazing.
Absolutely.
Just cursed by accident.
Absolutely.
But, yeah, moving on.
Okay. So, Spike's VGX Video Game Awards show was recent. And the number one game shown off there was No Man's Air. It's this really cool exploration game. You start underwater, or at least their trailer started underwater. Go up on land, you get in a spaceship, you fly around the atmosphere, you go up into space, you explore other planets seamlessly. You can dogfight in asteroids and blast your way through one. Just tunnel. It's so awesome, man. I swear. We'll link you the trailer to watch because it's epic.
That
Truly.
sounds epic.
Nice.
Actually, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, a little more VGX news. Nintendo had a big announcement. Cranky Kong. Yes, that's right. You can now play Cranky Kong in the next Donkey Kong Country. So everyone look forward to that. I mean, because we don't care about, Super Smash Brothers or Mario Kart. No, we're all ready for Cranky Kong.
Yeah, there's actually a pretty cool tidbit I found out, as I think we all did earlier. So apparently the Cranky Kong is the original Donkey Kong from the original games who abducted Pauline.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the more you know, guys. The more you know.
Nintendo, they're deep.
Yeah.
A little more disappointing news. The website Survivor 2299, the big Fallout announcement, was a hoax. When the timer hit 0, it turned out just to be a giant rickroll, in the words of Kevin. It's just
I'm pretty sure they did play.
was it rickroll? Because I
think so.
thought it was completely different.
I think they changed it later. When I checked it, it was not.
Yeah, it was not the Rick Ashley song when I checked. But yeah, they got us big time. Everyone, they had deep coding in there about cities with their Fallout numbers and all of that. Big investigations. They did a fantastic job, I gotta say. And there were signs. Bethesda, I think a tweet, said, we're not associated with this site in some form, but people still believed it. People still thought Fallout 4. I guess to show that people are really, really wanting it.
So much want.
Pretty much.
I mean, I think we all want it. I think we all really want Fallout 4.
Sure, why not? Wouldn't hurt.
I wouldn't mind calling it Fallout 5 because it was 3, then New Vegas, and then 4.
Well, I mean, technically, there's Halo.
ODST.
ODST.
ODS.
I have
Yeah, it's
plenty of
ODST.
complaints with Halo. None of which are actually with the story, honestly. It's pretty good.
3 Halo 3s?
Well,
I
no,
don't
I mean,
know.
Was it 3 or was it just 2?
it was Halo 3, Halo 3 ODST, and then it was Reach. But Reach is considered a completely different.
Yeah, no, I know. That was a prequel.
Because
No.
No, I mean there was
I thought
Halo
there was
Wars.
maybe it might have been an expansion. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. I know
Yeah,
there's
but Halo
there was
Wars
definitely
was-
a game in between them. I just wasn't sure if it was part of
the
the
RTS. That's
Yes.
everyone didn't like. I liked it. It was a good game. I mean,
Never tried it. Didn't have an Xbox until Reach was out, so I'll put it that way.
don't worry.
Still don't have an Xbox. Soon.
Is a controller in front of him though?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not something I play with.
you're playing with it earlier.
No, that one.
Xbox controller in general. Though.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Because he was using it.
Bladvass over here.
So, 100 new Steam Greenlight games. We've taken a look at the list. There are some pretty good ones and some that did not excite me at all. Interference is on the list. We
Yes.
tried that out.
We've tried that as we talked on podcast 4.
Was it 4?
It was 4. We were playing Saints Row 3rd, I remember.
Yeah.
We're talking about it. If you guys haven't checked out the demo, seriously, you guys have to, because it is amazing. Stealth platformer.
Take a
Puzzle.
couple seconds to download.
Yeah, it's 20-something megabytes. Just do it. You know?
3 whole levels.
Yeah. Really well-made levels. Took us, 30 minutes to...
Something like it. It was ridiculous.
For a short demo and being an indie game. Took a lot.
Yeah.
Nice.
Then there were a couple other games we were looking at that looked pretty good. There were some horror games, one from Russia that looked particularly good.
Yeah, I still know what that giant creature was.
I still
What was the
don't
joke I
remember the
made
name
about
of it.
that?
I have no idea. Why are you expecting me to remember things?
That off chance that you actually do once.
Yeah. Come on,
I
Kevin.
remember a lot
Let's
of
get.
things,
Let's get.
but-
You remember most of the news,
Nothing important.
to be fair.
Yeah.
Because we kind of didn't have that ready. Spoiler alert.
Well, there's some other news out of Steam. Final Fantasy VIII is finally on there. So now we have 2 of what my favorite Final Fantasy games, 7 and 8. Fantastic games. So if you haven't played 8 yet, go. I can't remember the price. It's not too expensive, but it's an awesome game, and it's definitely, if you liked 7, you'll like 8. Yeah. Also, Telltale announced 2 more games. Like they did The Walking Dead, they're going to do the Game of Thrones. So if you're a big Game of Thrones fan, we're going to get a game. We're going to get, I think it's just like The Walking Dead, if I'm not mistaken.
Episodic, I believe. Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, even if you're not a fan of the show, I'm sure the games are going to be fantastic, just like The Walking Dead's ones are.
Yeah.
Can always be a fan of the books.
It's
Some of us read.
21st century here, Kevin. All right.
I actually have the books. What's out?
And also, Tales from the Borderlands. I assume this has got to do with the actual Borderlands game. Yeah.
Teaming up with Gearbox.
Oh, well, nice.
nice.
That should be cool. Because those stories are always so great. So to see an episodic type thing would be nice.
I didn't look into it.
If that's their plan. But Telltale does such an amazing job at it. With the Walking Dead, The Wolf Among Us, Game of Thrones is probably going to be good. So
Yeah,
something to look forward
definitely.
to.
Definitely.
More game news. Yay. There's this game called Broken Age. You may have heard of it. It was recently crowdfunded via Kickstarter. Double Fine is making it. Yeah, the people who made Psychonauts.
Okay.
And a couple other crowdfunded games recently. Well, they've got Elijah Wood to join their vocal cast. So.
Nice.
If you haven't heard of the game, you probably have now because of Elijah Wood, to be fair.
Yep. So their Kickstarter campaign is over. I think I actually got in on that.
Really?
Pretty
Nice. Nice.
So we'll have
Awesome.
access.
Sweet. Cannot wait for that. Moving on, surprisingly enough, not really. He's not going to give me my racing hat. He is. All right, that works. GT. Speaking of Santa, or at least Christmas.
Someone in the store was calling me that because I was wearing the Santa hat.
Really?
Yeah, some kids.
Oh, well,
Not an adult.
not exactly the beard.
No,
let's bring
it's
an
Santa
older
in
One
training.
Santa.
day.
We've got
One
Santa
day.
in training here. That's,
Yeah.
that's what he is.
Okay. All right, moving on. Gran Turismo 6 came out, I think yesterday it was. Or today. I'm almost positive it was yesterday. And obviously, the first comparison they're going to do is to Forza 5. So, IGN, I believe it was, no, Detroit, sorry, actually went ahead and did the whole comparison. So, pretty much the deduction I got from is if you want a solid sim, almost all around, go with Gran Turismo 6. The only thing that, the only major two things that Forza 5 took was photorealistic graphics, because those graphics, you guys saw them.
Oh, yeah.
They're fantastic.
Awesome.
Like, I gotta
Awesome
hand it to them. They
graphics.
did an amazing job. They did an amazing job on 4 even. The level of consistency on a lot of the cars compared to Gran Turismo 5 was pretty damn solid. So yeah, they obviously got that. And obviously the other thing is AI, only because of how Forza Motorsport does it. They have this thing called a drivatar, or drivatar, however you want to pronounce it. It pretty much takes input and learns how you drive. And it pretty much replicates it into an AI. So if you're more aggressive in the corners and, bumping, grinding, whatever, it'll translate in your drivatar. So you can actually drive against your friends, if you obviously have friends on there.
Right.
So I know you read something about that. Since you do news, I'm pretty sure you did.
Yeah, the Xbox One Shadow Play?
Yeah,
Something
it
like
would be
that?
the Shadow Play. I think that's the name.
The Shadow Play sounds like NVIDIA to me, though.
It does, doesn't it?
It was Shadow something, though, I want to say.
Yeah, we play against your friends in a bunch of games. Against your
Yeah, maybe Shadow
friends.
Mode.
I have no idea.
It's something like that.
Yeah,
He's
pretty much.
expecting me to remember things again.
Again. That's twice in one podcast. God, what am I doing wrong?
We all know Kevin doesn't
All sorts
remember.
of things. It's true.
But yeah,
Or where the hats to keep the memory in.
and slowly they're coming off, so,
Yep.
because it clearly worked. But, I was saying, like, honestly, they actually compared tracks. I don't know why they bothered comparing tracks, because, Forza only had, 14 tracks? This one has, 37 tracks, 37 locations with 100 different layouts, which I'm pretty positive, track-wise, there's a few different variations, but if it would have had 15 tracks, you would have beaten Forza, to be honest. Whatever. But yeah,
Damn.
really. Yeah, like so just scrolling through here, everything apart from graphics and AI, load times neither. But yeah, in summary, they pretty much said if you had to be stranded on an island, pick one game. They pick GT 6, hands down. So yeah, that's my bit of racing news for now.
Okay. Moving on. Turns out that Tomb Raider, Definitive Edition, is going to be moving on to the Xbox One and PS4, January 28th, 2014. This is really kind of the first move we see of games re-releasing onto the consoles, the next generation consoles. And I honestly would not be surprised if we saw more games doing this same thing. I don't know, off the top of my head, you could see something like Borderlands 2, because they're still releasing DLC. If they were to jump onto the next console, ramp up the graphics a little bit, people would still play that game. They're really putting a lot of time into Borderlands 2, which is great. It's a fantastic game, but I can definitely see it making the jump, something like
Hell,
that.
Payday 2.
Payday 2.
I would love to see they just release the, which we didn't say actually.
Right, we held off on that one.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I'm glad we did, honestly. With the
What do you mean?
entire news on it.
Oh, right. Yeah, wait, what?
What?
Okay.
What's going on?
I know about Gage. What about it?
I'm just as confused as you
What did
guys.
you just say? Like,
Get the entire news on it.
we did get the entire news on it? They're
We
glad
know
we
it
did?
now.
Okay.
I'm glad we
happened.
didn't announce it earlier.
Okay. That's what I was trying. I'm like, wait,
No.
what did he try?
I
Yes.
said everything. All the words came out.
All the words came out. It just didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were just in wrong order, I think.
Welcome to the part of the
Probably.
show where we break down.
Pretty much. Doing live, people. But no, yeah. I guess we might as well talk about that a little bit. The Gauge
put
Weapon
on that.
Pack. You downloaded it. I gotta buy it. They finally add grenades,
Yes.
which I was excited because That was honestly I think the only real gripe I've had with that game, to be honest.
I really didn't mind not having grenades.
It definitely added to the tactics to it, but especially when playing on Overkill, and now with all the patches, when you spawn like 4 shields in a row, you saw in our gameplay, we're playing on hard, and there's already shields and the FBI agents spawning right away. So that was just cumbersome as hell. But yeah, like I said, I definitely would like, because to be fair, you can always just chuck them at the spawn points, which is kind of OP. Case in
Well, you
point,
could do that with the trip mines too already.
yeah, but I mean, yeah, why not both?
Hey.
To be honest, but yeah, they also have 3 guns on there.
Yes.
They have an assault rifle, a submachine gun, and a pistol. Said that in the wrong order. I was trying to remember. I wasn't 100% positive it was a pistol. They also released 4 masks.
Yes, they did.
See if I can remember this correctly. It was, what was the first one?
The one I care about most is the last one.
Jean-Claude the Panda.
Mm-hmm.
Jean-Claude the Panda.
That's the one I got.
Was it Chuck the Eagle?
Sounds about right. There was one named Chuck and there was an eagle, so probably.
And there,
Are these Hotline Miami names?
no, it felt more like just resident badasses. Because it had Chuck for Chuck Norris, Jean-Claude Van Damme. What was the other one?
Oh! There was probably one named Bruce. Come on.
I think there was. You can look it up
Yeah.
now. You should probably do this in front of you. Oh, okay. That works. Yeah, it was. I know. It was Arnold the Bulldog.
Of course.
It was Dolph the Goat.
Who is Dolph?
I have no idea who Dolph is, though.
No Bruce.
No Bruce. No, but obviously, and then they released patterns and materials.
4 of each.
4 of each, and they expanded. This is free for everyone. They expanded primary and secondary
Primary and secondary. To huge.
to 36.
inventories.
Do you have to pay for them?
Yes.
Okay,
Just like
so
the masks.
just like the masks. So 800,000 each.
I don't remember.
Okay.
I didn't have all my shields, so I didn't really care.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
I
all
used
of
3
your-
weapons, like religiously
Yeah.
on each.
I think I only used 2, maybe 3 sidearms. Even then, trying to get.
'Cause,
No, 4 sidearms are. I'll switch between.
I have to add Saw, especially for Armored DLC, M308,
Okay.
JP36.
See,
That's really my regimen.
I'm stuck between the JP36 and the Commando 553 for now until I get that sniper achievement. Then it'll just be JP36.
Yeah. Well, damn. Yeah. We really need to get you in the game, dude.
Seriously, man.
Level 70s around.
Yeah, it's still 70.
So.
Get past you.
Yep.
But the firing mechanisms, they added that. So
Yes.
you can now change
Stop spamming it.
auto fire mods to single fire and one single fire weapon to auto fire. And I'm betting you can guess which one if you've played the game because it's the only one you'd ever want it on. Also, if you go to just auto or just single fire, you do get bonuses for it. With single fire, you get accuracy but lose stability. No, stability but lose accuracy. Yeah.
Sure.
And if you go auto, you get
Increase fire rate.
increased fire rate. Yeah, it says right there. What am I thinking?
Different stats. Yeah.
But you also get a damage boost. So you can have even more powerful weapons. It's like 5. typically.
Power.
Oh, never. That's not bad, actually.
I know, that's good.
I don't know if I can't add that to my. Oh my god! Wait, auto. I can add that to my shotgun. It'll be 110. It already is over. It's already 105. That shotty. That's over 1 shot kill for anything within a certain range, obviously.
Nice.
But yeah, I mean, I was even already like on the FBI, the really hard ones. I was already 1 shot kill to the head. So that was the range and head multiplier.
Hitbox.
Yeah. Well, the headshot multiplier. 'Cause I'm pretty positive they do something like Call of Duty, or that's what they do.
Probably.
But yeah, like I said, that's crazy. That's crazy. It's you know.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, one was go back a little bit. When was that definitive edition coming out?
Oh yeah, like I said, January 28th
For Tomb Raider.
2014. Yeah,
Tomb
for the
Raider.
Tomb Raider. Mhm.
Tomb Raider, because I did not hear it. So.
No, I said it.
You said it. I just wanted to make sure you got it.
It sounded familiar when you said it the second time, but I didn't remember you saying it the first time.
Exactly. Well,
You
'cause-
remember when I said it? See, they remember. They
Okay.
remember.
okay.
I remember.
Okay.
Especially you, Chuck.
Bruce.
Hey, Bruce.
Oh, no one remembers Bruce. Bruce's
okay,
jumpsuit sold for $100,000.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's it.
A little bit surprised, right?
Yeah. That was about medium on the level of surprise meter.
Anywho, my indie news is all broken up this time. So another piece, because Broken Age was indie news, if you didn't know. Frozen End Zone. I think it's a robotic football type game with some frozen stuff.
Why not?
Entered beta. Finally out of alpha, so we'll be seeing people playing that soon. I don't plan on getting it, honestly. I don't think anyone here does, so you probably won't see it from us. And some crazy modders for Skyrim have added one of the earlier games, Elder Scrolls 3, entirely into Skyrim. So you can travel there, do everything, except they haven't added the quests yet. I am liking the hat. It's just fun to play with.
Come on, focus.
Yes, so that's back in the entirety of the game is in the game. But it's not quite there yet. They have to add the quests. But I think they have all the items, locations, and most of the NPCs in there.
Wow.
And I think it is downloadable as is if you want to just explore.
Not bad.
Yo, dog, are you like games in your games?
Seriously.
So I know the game you knew.
You know, the first game, I played a game in the game that wasn't a hidden demo was last year. I was playing Sanctum 2, and there's an arcade machine in one of the levels, and you can play
Okay.
Snake on it.
Huh.
And there's
Nice.
an achievement for getting a high score.
Nice. That kind of reminds me of arcade machine based in Black Ops. You can play a Dead Ops Arcade,
Yeah.
a top-down
I
shooter, which
forgot
is
about
really
that.
freaking fun, dude.
That was a
I
very,
enjoyed
very
that,
fun.
but no one ever wanted to play with me because a lot of my friends don't like top downs.
Oh, they
I'll
can
play
still
with you.
do.
I'll play it with you.
I would.
Katie, right now?
We'll all play.
You have it
Right
on,
now.
you have it on
Let's do it.
PS3?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's all leave.
Oh, dude, sweet. That's the
That's
one
the
game
one
I do
I
have
had
on PC. I'm assuming it's either PC. So, yeah, dude, I have on PS3. Me and, dude, you should jump in on us.
Yeah, I
Should-
will.
That's the one COD game you own?
Yeah.
What the?
Nice.
We have to play with Ariel now.
Okay.
Because, yeah, dude.
I still
And
needed
Ivan.
it. Really? Okay.
Dude, between them two.
Mhm.
Ivan has a 2 kill death ratio, and Ariel has 3.
Damn.
Like, put it this way. We were playing the other night, actually, Friday. We did some beer pong, and we're pretty buzzed. Not gonna lie. And I was playing with Ivan and not Ariel because he was here, but yeah, it was pretty fun because I got 9 and 2, well, pretty buzzed,
Nice.
and like 15 and I think 16 and 6. I was 5 and 5. They walked in. I just went on a rampage. I had like 4 of them lined up and just sprang. Like, I don't know how I managed to improve, but yeah.
Not bad.
What do you? He said, yeah, definitely gonna play now.
Oh yeah,
Now let me know.
totally. All right,
Back to news.
back to the news. Yes, that other hat I'm wearing. I don't know which one is the news hat, but probably the newsy cap, because that would make sense. But there's this arcade firm called Populous, named Populous, and so you've probably heard of their work. Something like the London Olympic stadiums, that sort of stuff. Yeah.
Did they design that 1 footbridge that couldn't even withstand the tremors of feet?
No, I don't think so.
Because then I'm not
Really big
impressed.
stuff.
Okay.
I used to have a list in my head. There was something in Dublin, a lot of stuff here in the States, and a couple things in London in particular. but they have proposed the idea. I don't know.
Sorry.
Sorry about the noise if you can hear that.
Yeah.
Good background music.
Be back.
They proposed the idea of a video game stadium.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So they have. I only saw 2 pictures of concept art pieces, things. But I think they have an entire statement about how they'd like to see that made around 2020, I believe, is when they were shooting for. They said they have loved the cultural acceptance of video gaming in places like South Korea, and it's just a huge deal, and they think that'll be successful, building a stadium in the States. So
That
they
would
have
be
2
cool.
major ideas going. Yeah, they're going to do either something really big or something modular, so you can move it around wherever you want, based on shipping crates.
That's pretty cool.
That is actually pretty cool. I got the last one, like the tail end of that. But yeah. That's not bad. I'm gonna need my hat back. So, moving on to some. That was really bad. Some motorsport news. That's why I got the Jensen Button 2012 hat on. Pirelli on their Google Plus account. I got that when I went to Berkeley, 2010. But yeah. Pirelli released some very interesting statistics on their Google Plus account. I was telling Kevin about this. Let me pull some up for you. It was they took like the number of pit stops, tires used, overtaking, circuits, and the races. Those were in 2013. Everything else has been 2011 to 2013. So pretty much as long as Pirelli has been in the States, in Formula One. Their recent stint. One of them I thought was pretty interesting was the amount of tires they used. It was 112,000 tires used.
Damn.
Guess how many they recycled?
How many?
All of them. Every single tire after every single race is recycled. That's one of the probably the most beautiful things I love about Pirelli. The fact that they actually recycle every single tire.
Awesome.
But apart from that, there are some really fun ones like a Pirelli hospitality, because every team has a little garage, their little like comfort suite or something like that. It's called. So they all have like their chefs and their catering and all that jazz. So Pirelli have their own. And within 2013, they total number of meals they served 12,500. There's somewhere around here. Number of different dessert recipes on the Pirelli hospitality 40. Number of desserts eaten 6,000.
Damn.
I know, that's a lot. But yeah,
Half those meals didn't even have dessert.
exactly. I know. But yeah, there's just a bunch of statistics there. That just kind of crazy to think about. A lot of these, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that or whatever, you know. But the other one I wanted to share was fastest pit stop was at this year's United States Grand Prix. We even got I'll probably look that up. The GIF / video for it. We'll have it in the link pit. It was the fastest pit stop, 1.923 seconds. Mind-boggling. I mean, he was literally in and out.
It was done before you could say the number of seconds.
To be honest, yeah,
Damn.
It was quick. Like, I remember, I'm like, damn, that's a great pit stop. The clock's rated as 2.3, but the internal black box, if you will, said 1.923, which is crazy quick. Anyway, so we'll have those in the link pit. Another interesting story was Niki Lauda. Now, I have to kind of backstep. 2012, it was Jensen Button, my hat, and Lewis Hamilton at McLaren. Arguably one of the best cars on the grid, despite the Red Bull actually taking it. Main problem was reliability. So anyway, Mercedes has been rebuilding for the last 2 years. Not including this was like 2012, 2011, and 2010. They were rebuilding, so they got in Michael Schumacher to drive, and they're just rebuilding their staff. So their big year was going to be this year. So anyway, they figured the only way we can really progress is if we get a top-notch driver. So they looked at Lewis Hamilton. So Niki Lauda, who was working with Mercedes at the time, still, looked at Lewis and said, do you mind coming over to us? You should think about it. And I think Niki quoted Hamilton as saying, I want to win. This car is winning. Your car isn't winning. So he's like, shit, you're right. So he pretty much said he was sitting during the Singapore Grand Prix. He was just sitting down watching the race, and he said he was begging and praying for him to retire or something to go wrong. Sure enough, call it coincidence, call it divine intervention. He ends up the gearbox ends up going, and he has to pull over. Niki Lauda said he sprinted almost to Lewis Hamilton to convince him, and the rest is history. He ends up signing for Mercedes, and lo and behold, it was actually one of the best decisions I think he's ever made. Mm-hmm. I know a lot of us were downing him, and we started this year, and McLaren struggled to get fifth, and Mercedes, I think, finished third, but definitely had a much better showing than McLaren, especially. Mercedes actually, Hamilton won a race and got a handful of poles. So, also, this isn't linked in there, but he said life is going so well that he's actually thinking of proposing to his on again, off again girlfriend, who is Nicole, I'm gonna botch her last name, Schwarzenegger. Sure, the Pussycat doll.
Okay.
Yeah. So
that's pretty cool.
So
I
yeah,
remember all of my hats.
as did that last name.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, something we talked about in the last podcast, since you saw, Formula E has a ninth team. It's Virgin Racing. They were in Formula One. Couldn't make it. Didn't make it last year. They weren't able to secure funding enough in time. And when they were going to sign the contract, we kind of already finalized the grid. So sorry. So they decided to take a step back, and Richard Branson figured, well, we want to, do something nice for the, I'm assuming he said do something nice for Whatchamahoosit. So they're for the environment. So they're joining Formula E, which I mentioned was all electric, open wheel, single seaters. Which coming to LA, we gotta go.
Nice.
It's Valentine's Day 2015. So I don't know what or where it finally got confirmed, which is the next story we got. But yeah, definitely something pretty badass. So it's nice to see that Formula E last year was just a concept, and now it's actually shaping up to be a pretty solid year starting next year in September.
That's really cool.
They just did their first test last week, and yeah, everything went pretty damn well. So these cars look pretty damn beautiful too. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah. Moving on, the FIA World Motorsport Council got together and they confirmed everything for 2014. So pretty much the calendars that were confirmed was the Formula One World Championship, the structure change to the WRC World Rally Championship. The Endurance Championship got confirmed. The Touring Car Championship got confirmed. The WTCC, the World Rallycross Championship, the Formula E Championship, as mentioned earlier, and I believe it was the Formula 3 Championship. And we have the press release, so they cover everything that was covered during that meeting. But yeah, a lot of these were confirmed on this story. That we're going to link you to. It just shows that New Jersey was set for 2014. It's officially cut for next year. So I believe they dropped Korea, Mexico, because that was on the prelim schedule for some reason, and New Jersey. So they dropped those, are sticking with the 19 calendar year, and they're adding in Russia, I believe. Yes, and Austria. So
nice.
2 new venues. Definitely excited for that. And yeah, nice to also see. Who's it? I also don't see India on the list. They also dropped that. I knew that had been another one that dropped. That was already on the list. So India was dropped on the prelim, but they're officially dropped now. So yeah. That was the last thing. Oh,
also, one last bit of news. Destiny got an official release date. September 9th, 2014.
Right.
Be ready.
And
Be
that's
ready.
for both next-gen consoles, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
As far as I'm concerned, yeah.
Okay. That one. I'm really excited about that game.
Yeah, I wasn't quite done though, but it's okay.
My apologies. My
It's
sincerest
okay.
apologies.
It's okay. I did say it was the last, but there's the last bit, which I thought was pretty funny. The Formula One U.S. Grand Prix takes place in Austin, Texas. If you didn't know, now you know. But it's set to conflict with a NASCAR race next year, same weekend. Take a guess where that NASCAR race is.
Austin, Texas?
Close enough, Texas. I don't exactly know where Texas Motor Speedway is, but yeah. So Texas.
Our research team is on vacation.
Hence the emu, or lack thereof.
Yeah.
So yeah. So Texas. I should say FIA World Motorsport Council. Really? You expect Formula One to beat NASCAR? I'm sorry, but
Maybe some places.
as much as I won't be watching NASCAR, that's not going to be the general consensus. So I hope you could ask NASCAR to change it, but then they're like, "Oh, why does NASCAR have to change it?" You know, because it's not a world championship.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens.
America.
I guess they'll have their people call the other people.
Yeah, or not.
Maybe they're on vacation too.
Who knows?
Winter vacation's the best.
I know F1 stars aren't on vacation yet, not until the 23rd, I think.
That's kind of late, but that works.
Yeah, because they have a Pirelli test, which they were actually okay to use their 2013 cars for. Another piece of news. I've really been studying up on that motorsport news. And if you haven't watched that one crash from last week, that Honda Insight, man, damn, that thing was crazy. I watched it over again. I was watching, whoops, I keep hitting the table, Fail Army. Just because they have a nice weekly fails of the week. They showed that one on this past episode. God damn. How did he get away with minor injuries?
I know.
Like that thing
I
was
don't
just-
know.
Yeah, that's true. But anyway, if you like to contribute any piece of news or any subject you want us to cover, maybe even you know how to get in contact with us. It's on the description crossbar below. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter. Like this video, comment if you like what you see or don't like. Creative criticism is always awesome. Like us on Facebook.
Criticism too.
That too. Like destructive though. It's a lot more entertaining.
I liked the creative criticism. That was pretty creative.
But yeah, I forgot what I was saying. But
Yeah, like us on Facebook.
yeah, that
Follow
too.
us on Twitter. All the good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Email-
on Google Plus.
On a technicality, you can get us on Google Plus. Because we do have a Gmail.
Yeah.
So we should have. I should probably. Never mind.
We should fill that out.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I should probably fill that out.
Yep.
Actually, no, I don't know if you have access to the page.
I don't think so.
You only have access to the email.
Yeah.
I gotta get you access to the email too.
Will do.
I can read our email.
Yeah, he can read it.
I'm the only one who reads
Yeah,
it.
so if you're not, you can email us.
Hey, you can email us if you want to help us come up with a little intro and what have you, an outro, and
Also, we
things.
may be getting a song for the outro. Or a new song. I don't know if we currently have a song.
We currently have a song, but yeah, we may be getting a new one for the intro outro. So we're in talks with the composer, who's also a friend of ours.
Yep.
So,
He said he's bored, so he might do it.
okay, so we got confirmation. So, all right. I figure it's 15 seconds.
Yeah.
He has his tools at his disposal.
Mhm.
Yeah. Anyway,
All right.
I'm Broseph.
I'm Kevin.
Davey.
Take care, guys.
Perfect.
I'm good actually with that.
Oh, God damn it. Guess which corner I'm in?